Hello everybody, and today's video is something very exciting. I have been waiting for this for a while, and this is a new brand of speed cubes that have come out called Angstrom Research. This is Chris Tran's brand, who is now partnered. It's now a sub-brand of the Cubicle.us. So these are lubed with Angstrom lubes, as well as Lubical Black, which I think is a Labs product. And don't mind that it says Angstrom Research here. Phil told me that they just made a typo when making the labels. I think that's going to be fixed, or it has now been fixed. I'm not sure. But yeah, so these are three of them. In here, we have a Ganzer SM, a Volk M, and a Weilong Gts 2M. Now, all of the magnets have been put in by Cubicle Labs, and then it has now been Angstrom Research lubed and all that. So it is, to me, I'm hoping this is going to be a main changer, one of these at least, because I have very high hopes for these. So let's go ahead and open the first one. So this one here is the GAN Air SM, and the logo, the Angstrom logo, is on the red side. This one's crooked a little bit, but this is also with my sticker scheme. The GAN's Air SM is $62.99. It comes with the yellow nuts as default, which may appear green because they have Lubical Black put in them. It's 76.6 grams, and it is a 56 millimeter cube, and you can only get this one in black. All right, so let's open this thing up and try it out. I wonder if it's going to be the same as, like, you know, Pro Shop puzzles where it's a bit gummy at first. And here I have a stock version of the exact same puzzle. I thought that was orange. It's so different than this red. It's okay. So let's try it out. Wow, it is definitely not as fast, but very controllable, very, very quiet. You can hear this one's loud. Wow. All right. So it's definitely a gummier feeling. It doesn't feel as airy as this one does. This one definitely has got a really light feel to it. This one also feels light, but it's just because of the gumminess. Are the tensions the same? Not even close. So tensions are a bit tighter on this one. That's interesting. Definitely really well lubed throughout, like all the pieces and stuff. Wow. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, I'm not sure which one this one is, but let's check it out. This is the GTS2M, I believe. The Angstrom Weilong GTS2M is $51.99. It weighs 80.2 grams and is 55.5 millimeters across. You can get this in black, or if you want it in stickerless, it's actually $3 less. But if you want stickerless with a black face, it's $5 more. So this is my main. So this is one that I'm really, really interested in. I use a boron treated one, as I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing by now. I actually had somebody tell me, stop saying that because you're teasing us. We can't get them. I'm sorry, but I'm going to tell you guys what my main is. All right, so this is the Angstrom version of this one, which are both this, you know, Chris Tran type of stuff. So, whoa, that is gummy right off the bat. Wow. It even like snapped. Yeah, this is going to take some breaking in. Definitely like a Pro Shop puzzle. Oh, first impressions is that it's kind of hard to turn. But yeah, I'm really going to have to break this in. I mean, look at how effortless it is on here. And then you come here and it's like, it's sticky. That's what I can describe this as, is sticky. But the more that I'm doing this, the less sticky it's feeling. So I think I'm just going to really have to break it in. Oh, come on, Dan. So yeah, much slower, much more sticky. One thing I like about this, probably because it's broken in a lot, is that it is really, it's quite a fast cube. And this one here this honestly is one of the slower products that I've gotten that have been set up by the Cubicle. But any product that I've had set up by the Cubicle that comes slow ends up getting fast. So, and it is starting to get faster as I start moving it. So, all right, let's move on to the Volk. So this is the Angstrom. Oh, I tore the box. Angstrom, not Angstrom. Volk M. This is, I think, the version one. It's not the Power M. All right, so the Volk M is $51.99 on the Cubicle.us. It weighs 82.3 grams. It is also 55.5 millimeters. And just like the Weilong GTS 2M, you can get this in black, stickerless, which is $3 less, or a stickerless with a black face, which is $5 more. So the Volk is a very good cube. A lot of people have used it as their main. I personally wasn't a huge fan of it. Wow, they really do a good job of getting this nice and straight on there. I wasn't, I mean, it's a good cube, don't get me wrong. It's just not the cube for me. But I've never tried an Angstrom one. Okay, so let's try this out. And again, just like the last ones, it's very sticky. Yeah, this is a really sticky side. This is going to take some time to break in, I bet. Wow, that's crazy. Compared to this. I mean, you can hear the difference, right? Listen to that. When you corner cut, you get that snapping sound that we all know on this one here. Definitely not as prominent. This one's more of a loud clack. This one's more of like a softer snap. Definitely right out of the box, I actually prefer this one over the stock one, and I prefer the feeling of this one right out of the box more than the other two. It's definitely not as sticky. It's not as gummy. It's not hollow. I've always found the Volk to be like a hollow sounding cube, and to me that it just doesn't work for me, like the sound. But this one here is a really big improvement over that. Oh, I screwed that up. All right, guys, so these are the 3 puzzles, and I'm going to go and solve on them for a while, break them in a bit, and then film some solves, and you're going to watch those right now. So the first cube we're going to look at is the Ganzer SM. This thing solves awesomely. I've put a few hours into each of these cubes, and I'm really, really impressed with this one. This is the best Ganzer I've ever tried. The lube has totally worked its way around, and it has made the puzzle pretty fast. It's basically as fast as the stock version, which is faster than the Pro Shop version. This one here supersedes both of those. It's much quieter. It is very, very like smooth and silky feeling. Honestly, it's the best Ganzer I've ever tried. I've never wanted GAN as my main since the very first one, but maybe this one might take the cake. Next is the Weilong GTS 2M. Now this was the gummiest one out of the box. You guys will remember that. It has really, really opened up almost to the point where it's too fast. Remember I was saying like I like my boron one because it's really fast, and this one is just really slow. It was actually even hard to turn. It was very sticky. But after solving with it for a few hours, it opened right up, and almost to the point where it may be a little bit too fast now. I'm not sure. And this is still only a few hours. I mean, I'm going to break it in more and see what happens to it, but I've got really high hopes for this because it is a really good cube. Next, we have the Volk 3. Now, this one here surprised me more than any of the other ones, and I'll talk about this more after this section, but I didn't have high hopes for this one. I was thinking they were going to do the Volk Power, but they went to the first one. I think that was a good move because a lot of people have moved over to the Volk Power, and this is a really good way to kind of reinvent the old one. Now, I've reviewed the Volk 3 in the past, and I was never really impressed with it to the point where like it would even consider being my main. But this one here has really caught my attention. I'm really excited to see where this one goes after more breaking in. All right, everybody, so all 3 of these cubes have reacted completely differently. The lubes have broken in now, and they're very impressive cubes, and they all changed a little bit differently than the others. So this one here, this really feels like a Pro Shop one that I got before. It's just a little bit quieter and a little bit softer feeling. Definitely the best Ganzer that I've ever tried. It is a really, really impressive job on this, and it's just as fast as the stock one now, which is really nice. But it's got a softer, nicer feel to it, which is great. This one here was the most unexpected change. This is the GTS 2M. This one I've been comparing to my boron treated one, and I have to say it is very, very comparable, if not exactly the same feeling as my boron treated one, and that's why I stick with this one, is because it's just got this feel to it, and this one has the feel to it. It's just a little bit more quiet. It is pretty much identical to how this feels between the two. So, I mean, if at this point right now, I could switch to this one as my main, but I do like the GANs as well. There's things about the GANs that I really like that I didn't think that I would like on that one. So that was a surprising cube. This one really surprised me because of how gummy it was. It was super slow out of the box. And now it's very, very fast, controllable, snappy, just like this one. So that was very surprising as well. And the last one was the Volk, which was, in honesty, the most surprising because I get the best times on this one, even though it's the cube that I don't like the feeling of the most. Now, it could just be that I warmed up on this one last, so I was faster at it, which could be the case. But this one was very, very surprising to me on how good this thing, how good it became. So as of right now, I have no idea. I believe one of these may change my main from the boron treated. The GTS2M has to get better than the boron in order for me to use it, because I just like the boron one. So it's got to get a little bit better. And this is only 1 day of breaking in, 1 day of solving. I have no idea yet about that. But all three are extremely impressive. And you can find all of these at the link at the top of the description. I want to thank the Cubicle for sending me these puzzles to review. And I'll get back to you guys soon with a full review on that and not just first impressions. Hopefully you guys will see it then. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on my next video.